Greetings, YouTube, the net, the social media, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, never the configuration being that I cannot name. My name is Kyle's Gaming. Welcome back to another High Velocity podcast with my special guest, Amanda.
Hello.
So, originally, I was going to do this podcast with the Cake 4, and then he was like, nah, bro, I'm good. And then I was going to do this with Bam, and he was like, nah, bro, I'm good. And so I was like, hey, Amanda, you want to do a podcast? And she's like, whoa, bro. Yeah, that was her exact reaction. So Brandon, literally, like, I can pull up our Twitter conversations. He says, don't wait for me. To put it lightly, he just says, don't wait for me. Get Higher Velocity out there. So we're going to do another High Velocity podcast. I'm here with Amanda. Like I've already introduced before, special guest. Today, we're going to be talking about a lot of things. One of the things that me and Amanda have most in common, our interest in music are very similar, so we're going to be talking a little bit on that, even doing a top... we were going to do top 10, but that would take up a lot of time, so we're going to do a top 5 list of both of our favorite songs later on in the show, so if you wanna see that, you're going to have to wait, okay? Don't, or else. Like Mr. T always told us, don't, or else. That's got awkward real quick. So, first of all, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. It's not really an elephant, but let's go ahead and address everything that's been on everybody's mind today. Not today, but this week. Ever since it was announced, Rogue One, Star Wars, Beds, Bath, and Beyond. What was that? I promise that was gonna go somewhere. So, the spin-off film Star Wars Rogue One, the Bed Bath & Beyond to the Walmart, is coming into theaters in I think a week or so. And Amanda, I don't know if you're a big Star Wars fan like I am, but if you are, what is your opinion on? You are?
Nope.
Oh, you're not? Oh.
I am not.
Have you at least seen the original trilogy?
Nope, I have not seen any Star Wars in my life. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
The reason why is because, well, I just do not have access to actually being able to watch them.
Oh, I see. What actually happens to a lot of people who haven't seen Star Wars, they just don't have access to them. Well, just promise me, if you ever get the chance, don't watch the prequels. Do not. Amanda, if I can give you one warning into watching Star Wars, you see any prequels, just turn them off immediately. Screw them. All you need is the original trilogy. If you want, see The Force Awakens, that one was good. But all you need is the original trilogy. That's all you need. There's your advice. And if Rogue One is good, watch Rogue One 2. It's good. Also, if you do get big into Star Wars and you just need something to watch, Clone Wars TV show. That was also really good. Anyway, I actually have a little bit of a biggie for Rogue One here. Amanda, you won't get this because you won't get this because you haven't seen the original trilogy. But 90% of the stuff, not 90, but let's say 65% of the stuff you see in the Rogue One trailers is not in the original trilogies. Not even the AT-STs. They're AT-SSs. This AT-AT. Sprint. They're Sprint. I'm telling you, man. Darth Vader, he's saying, we gotta change our mobile plan. Because AT&T, they will not... Sprint won't cover the Death Star, so we're going to change to AT&T. That's that. And then the Rogue One crew, they're all like, bro, we can't do this. They got to stay on Sprint, bro. And that's the whole reason a war starts. If you haven't seen any of the original trilogy, then we won't talk about Rogue One here. I'll probably talk about that with another guest or whenever Brandon comes back or blah, blah, blah. So...
Or someone else.
Or someone else. Maybe another guest on Higher Velocity. Wink, wink.
That was the most beautiful sound I've ever had.
Yeah. let's go ahead and address the other thing, actually. I don't know much about this either, so... actually, Amanda, you might know it, I don't know. Pokemon has been rebooted, I think, the TV show.
Mm.
And they have an entirely different art style. Like, Ash Ketchum is completely different, I hear. Hold on. I'm looking a picture up right now.
I am too.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to go silent for like the next 3 minutes, so... Ash Ketchum. But like, I hear... He doesn't look different. What are you talking about? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I've just seen a... No, I'm not saying oh my god because he looks different. I just seen a picture that has Pikachu and Ash Ketchum and they both got like very manly beards. In Soviet Russia, Pokemon catch you. In the Soviet Union, Pokemon catch you. Yeah, there is a bit of a difference. I think it's just the art style for me.
Yeah.
His head kind of looks more like One Punch Man now. It's more like round. I don't watch One Punch Man, but my sister does, and she shows me a bunch of pictures of him. And his head is certainly rounder.
Yeah.
To put it simply. Jeez, okay, he is a bit different when you get an actual side-by-side image.
Mm.
Like, I'll send it to you over Discord. But, so that's happening. Like I said, I don't watch Pokemon. I sent you the picture over Discord. He really has changed.
Yeah.
If you get like
Yeah.
like if you just look at him normally, you're like, oh, he hasn't changed. But if you get, there's an image where it's literally just him, his face split in half that me and Amanda are looking at right now, and he is really different. Anyway.
Yep.
So, like I said, I don't watch Pokemon. I used to watch it, the old series with my sister. Like, we would just wake up in the mornings, and that was on Cartoon Network. So, hey, we'll watch it. But we never really got too into it, so... but I heard that he was changing. So that was a thing. Apparently he has. I heard there's a bit of fan backlash on it. I don't know why. He doesn't seem to be that different. Like, he's certainly different. The changes are there, but it's not like...
It's not that big of a change.
It's not like giving Darth Vader a pink outfit in Rogue One. It's not like that. It's shit. Like, I'm sorry I keep making Star Wars reference, but it's not like that. It's not like... It's not a big difference. I don't see why there would be too much fan backlash. But I don't watch the show, so I don't know anything about it. But I just thought we should bring that up.
For the Pokemon fans out there.
Huh? Yeah, for all the Pokemans. I play Pokemon Go. Sister location. Let's go ahead and get that out of the bag. Nod to my first podcast, which was FNAF themed, which was my only other podcast other than now. Amanda, you're special up in this. Sister location was not a total flop. Now was it?
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it wasn't.
It was it's in my opinion one of the best games in the franchise.
Yeah.
It did what me and Brandon. If you go back and watch our other Higher Velocity podcast, free publicity. I'm not ashamed. Go and watch it. I'm sorry. I got a bit aggressive there. But if you go back and watch our other podcast, that was our one, like. Me and Brandon both had a very big biggie, and it was just like, dude, there's gonna be nothing in this. It's just gonna be like FNAF 3. Nothing's gonna be in it. It's just gonna be a flop. And it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Surprisingly.
It was a real... I don't have the game, but I've been watching Mark play it. It is not bad. And he just released the... What is it? The Custom Nights? And even those are adding more story to this. So, This is good. I like this.
Right.
I just thought we should throw that out there that it wasn't a complete death. If for some reason I'm the only YouTuber that you watch and you didn't know that, now you know. And if you are if I am the only YouTuber you watch, thank you. Stick around. I haven't left yet. YouTube might be crumbling PewDiePie and Pro Jay-Z or whatever his name is, or like all these people. They haven't gotten to me. Me and Amanda, me, Amanda Cake, we're still here. Jarrett too. He's still here with. We're all just. You know what? YouTube, if you're watching this, please don't shut down my channel. I'll do anything. That was supposed to be funny. It obviously wasn't. No, but seriously, YouTube. You're killing yourself there. Hey, I guess while we're in podcast, we can actually discuss that. God, YouTube, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, I understand that has.
Yeah, every website needs rules.
It chooses to enforce them right now.
Yeah, I mean, every website needs rules, but, I mean, you don't gotta go full PG.
I mean, seriously. Dude.
Also, can I point something out?
You not just...
What?
Oh, wait, what was I saying?
No, what were you saying?
I was just trying to yell at why it's YouTube doing all this stuff.
Yeah, like, have you seen the YouTube Rewind yet?
Yeah, I have.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
So confusing. I know.
Why?
Freaking God! Why would
you open up the YouTube Rewind and you're expecting PewDiePie, Markiplier, all these big YouTubers. No, we started off with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the professional wrestler and actor, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Okay then. You also got James McConnor, I think his name is, from the Late Night Show. He's really funny. I like him. But why was he there? Like,
because why not?
Yeah. Oh, Studio C. They finally made it on the YouTube Rewind. Good job. Matt Meese was in the YouTube. He was the guy that kept getting hit in the face with balls. If you don't know.
Scott Sterling.
Scott Sterling, the man, the myth, the legend. Anyway, they had Scott. Yeah, that was Studio C finally making it in there. So good job, Studio C. I actually left a comment on that video. If you guys have been keeping track of my comments for some reason, seeing wherever I go, I left a comment. I said, first of all, congratulations, Studio C, you finally made it in the YouTube Rewind. Second of all, no, YouTube, it is way too late to say sorry. Because the song behind it was Justin Bieber's Sorry, which surprisingly is really catchy, actually, which is probably why they used it. But they're also probably trying to say, hey, sorry what we're doing to YouTube, which, nah, I ain't buying it.
Not to accept that apology, YouTube.
Yeah, your apology. I will decline the apology in the mail. I will return to sender that. What are we doing? Alright, anyway.
Something. That's all I can say.
I guess we're gonna address the I don't plan these podcasts. What I did with Brandon's is I said, okay, the main premise is gonna be FNAF, and that was it. Our main premise with this was just going to be music. We were going to talk about different things, but we were also going to talk about music most. But then I have a 1 minute limit on these podcasts. Not 1 minute. So, hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. So we've got actually 56.7 seconds left in this podcast. So let's go ahead and not waste any time. No, I have a 1 hour limit on these, so I really couldn't do music. So we're just kind of making this up as we go along. But we can talk about YouTube. They have really screwed the pooch here, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like,
now, what
it was fine.
Yeah.
And no, if it is...
What? Your mic just cut off.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
That's
like,
the point.
Seriously.
I've already given a lot of my thoughts about it. Like a lot? Is it really a lot?
A lot of thoughts.
I made a video whenever I thought that my channel was going on break because Cake was his computer was messed up, but turns out he was actually just getting a new one. But I gave my thoughts on some of it during the YouTube. I also gave my thoughts on the whole Meet Your Match update and the whole Overwatch thing with MatPat. I don't know if you heard about that, Amanda, but whenever Overwatch had first come out and people were starting the war between TF2 and Overwatch, MatPat did a thing about like TF2 v Overwatch with another gamer, and they got a lot of their facts wrong or something like that.
Yeah, no.
I didn't really pay much attention to that video. I just watched to see who would win, and in the end, they did Deadlock, which was the name of the show.
Yeah, that's the name of the thing.
I should have saw coming from a mile away, but it doesn't matter. In my opinion, TF2 still wins, but I'm not going to get controversial here. Actually, you know what?
Honestly,
we're going to get controversial here. Later in the podcast, I'll talk about Overwatch. I'll talk about my thoughts. Amanda, you're going to get a front row seat of me just yelling at my microphone, so be ready for that. Cue the Killer Keemstar. I'm on Law TV with my frickin' hands up. I'm not starting myself. Alex. But we're not going to talk about that now. What we're going to talk about is the fact that, you know what YouTube is essentially doing here? Amanda? Hello? Did she just crash? Amanda? No, she's sorry. I think. There's probably something wrong with the mic. Hello? What happened to you there, man?
That entire time the button wasn't even working for me to open my mic,
I see.
So. Sorry for that.
You see what YouTube is essentially doing here?
Yeah.
They are kicking us off to make way for the new. Which I kind of find bullcrap. I know everyone's going to be like, you're only 14 years old. You don't get to say, oh, they're kicking us off. That, like, because I'm like 17. I've been here longer than you. Yeah, well, I've still been here.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to start a war. I'm here to say that YouTube is kicking us off, kicking us, the people who made it famous. And I'm not just saying, like, the viewers. I'm saying people like Markiplier, PewDiePie. They're kicking all of them off to make way for a new generation, which is fine. It's always good to see a new generation come in, but if my channel's gonna get famous because PewDiePie literally has to delete his channel, then I don't want to get famous. I don't know about you, but like, all these famous YouTubers are deleting their channels because YouTube's gonna do it either way. Can I please point out, has Game Grumps addressed this? Because Game Grumps is mega screwed.
Yes, that is true. I don't know if they have addressed.
Are the cussing of cuss words.
They are the cussing gods.
Yeah.
Especially Aaron.
Yeah, especially Aaron. No,
Yes.
they have not discussed this in any way, shape, or form. I salute you, Game Grumps. They know the end is
Just
coming.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, they know the end is coming, so there's like, screw it. But I guess we've talked about YouTube for a while. Amanda, your final thoughts on it?
Well, YouTube is most likely screwed. That's all I can say about it.
You done pooped, YouTube. In the words of iDubbbz, you done goofed. But that was our YouTube rant. Let's continue on with more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to sort of bring up was the fact that 2016 has been... You can either say it was the best year ever, the worst year ever, or it was just fine. To which I will...
You have to say it's one of the worst.
You have to say it's the worst?
Well, one of the worst. I've actually had worse.
I have to say that it's just fine.
To me, this is worse.
Because
It's, the reason why I think it's worse is because this is the year when YouTube screwed up. That's the main reason.
Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't base your whole year around that, though. I mean, I feel like for my family, it has gone great, minus the election. We'll get to that.
Oh my god.
The election, since I'm only 14, I can't really give my opinion on it. But, like I said, we'll get to that. But, like, my uncle got out of prison. My aunt, she got cancer, but she's actually doing really well now. So those are both two beautiful things that happened here in 2016. Plus, you've got all the magnificent games that came out in 2016. Plus, you got all the games that were announced for 2017. And then all these things are wrapped up in a nice little bow by the whole TF2 Meet Your Match update, which quote-unquote killed TF2, and then TF2 came back from that, and that was the nice cherry on top of a cake. And then Overwatch became a huge success, and that was a great thing. And then the election happened.
And everything went downhill.
I mean, it was either you got crooked Hillary, or
True.
I don't know how to run a country Trump.
Either or, we were scared.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna start sounding like a protester. Give Trump a chance.
Yeah, let's
Seriously,
try,
what is
but
the point in arguing now? People are saying Trump is not my president, or Trump shouldn't be president, or Hillary won the popular vote. It doesn't matter. Trump won the electoral votes, over 270 electoral votes, to get into office, and now that's where he is. June or July, at the beginning, the 20th day of the new year, I don't know my months, so shut up. Donald J. Trump will be our president. What are you gonna do? Unless you have a plan to assassinate Donald J. Trump, what are you going to do? Nothing. Because you can't. I know it's sad, but you can't. The only thing we can do
it's just deal with it.
Yes. The only thing we can do...
Or you can move out.
Yeah, you can move out. Fun little fact, during the election, the Canadian immigration website crashed.
Yeah, it crashed because so many people were using it.
Yeah, so many people were on it, whether as a joke or as legit. It crashed, so that was great.
It crashed because there were so many people on it.
Yeah, but the only thing you can do now as a U.S. citizen is get on your hands and knees, look up in the air, and pray
Pray to God
that
it doesn't
America
screw up.
that this is not America's final days. That's all you can do. Unless you voted for Trump. Then, hooray, Trump's president. Good job. Go party in the streets. But if you didn't vote for Trump, if you just didn't think Trump should be in office, all you can do is hope for the best. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can really do. But, besides this wonky election, which, like I said, I can't really give my full opinion on because I'm only 14, I didn't even get to vote. I would say 2016 was fine. It's nowhere compared to other years, but 2016 was fine.
I guess, like, comparing to the rest, I guess that it was pretty good.
It's nowhere near the best, but it was fine in my opinion. I would like to say, a lot of people said 2016 was or not 2016, 2015 was great. I don't know. in 2016 is when I really got into music. So I guess I can see why 2015 would have been so great, because a lot of people said that was a good year for music. For me, 2015 was just kind of there. It was just kind of there for me.
Yeah.
Like, 2015 and 2016 kind of feel the same, really.
Yeah.
Just
sure.
for 2015, Obama's president. 2016, Trump's president. That really feels like the only difference. Just kind of there.
Yeah.
I feel like you got it when you're in class. You got all the cool kids, like 1999, 1969. You got all the notable years, which are the cool kids. Then you got all the nerds, which are like during the war, or not all the nerds. You got all the bad kids, the ones that like to get into trouble, which was like all the wars, all the years after the war. And then you just kind of have the normal kids, which is like years like 2015 and 2016, who just kind of sit in class and do their work. That's what I feel like, anyway.
Yeah.
Hell Hydra. I'm sorry about that. I had to say that at least once in this. But Hell Hydra. Speaking of Hell Hydra, can we talk about how Marvel is kicking DC's butt right now?
Your mic cut out from you.
Sorry. Can we talk about how Marvel is kicking DC's butt right now?
Sure.
You look at all the movies that have been released in 2016. 2016, it's been a great year for movies. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree on that. But like, you got Man of Steel, which I actually thought was fine. I actually thought Man of Steel was good. But a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't like Man of Steel.
I was really just about it.
Yeah. And then you got Batman v Superman, which I haven't seen yet. But then everyone was about that was all like, this movie sucks. And then you have Suicide Squad, which was supposed to be the combo. Yeah, I was fine. I feel like Suicide Squad was fine.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad was fine. It was fine, guys. It was fine. That's all I'm saying. But like, you look at Marvel. You got Civil War. You got Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Deadpool. You got all these movies that beat DC up by a landslide. Not so much the ending to Civil War, though. I feel like that was kind of lackluster. Don't worry, someone's dying in Infinity War, though. That's gonna happen. But, like, all these movies. And then you got so many more. Like, Logan's coming up. You had Days of Future Past, which was really good. You had the new X-Men movie. I didn't see that one, but I heard it was good. And you just got Marvel winning for the first time since the Dark Knight trilogy. You remember when the roles were reversed, Amanda? Back whenever they had the Spider-Man... Marvel had Spider-Man, which was doing fairly, I guess. I mean, I guess it was pretty bad compared to what they're doing now.
Yeah.
But they had that going for them. And then you had, over on DC, you had the Batman, The Dark Knight. And then you had Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. And then you had, what else did you have? I don't know. I don't even know, man. I'm just kind of ranting at this point. But at some point, the roles were switched. DC's killing it in video games right now. If you have not seen or played Batman the Telltale series, go check it out. It's really good. It's great. DC's killing it video game wise, but Marvel comes to movies. You can't choose DC over Marvel at the moment. Oh, okay then. Well, we have hit the 30-minute mark. So what we're going to do now, Amanda, is we're going to do our major selling point in this podcast, which is our musical list. Our top five songs, starting at number 5, heading all the way over to number 1. What we'll do is you and I will take turns saying which songs that we really like, describing what they quote-unquote mean to us. It's not really mean anything, but describe why you love it so much. And you know what we're going to do to decide who goes first? We're going to play rock, paper, scissors in the chat. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. I typed Dwayne The Rock Johnson in chat. Alright, again. 3. Wait, tell me when you're ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Dang it! Alright, Amanda. So you're going first. She got paper, I got scissors. Or no, wait, it was the other way around. I got paper, she got scissors. I only chose paper because I don't know how to spell scissors. So, let's go. Amanda, what is...
I tried.
You tried. You failed. But hey, you tried. That's all that matters. So, what is your number 5 song on your list?
Maybe what I would have to say is I would say 1985 by Bowling for Soup. The only reason why is because I have a lot more songs that I love. But the reason why I like it so much is just because my dad exposed it to me when I was young, and I loved it so freaking much.
Yeah, I can relate to songs like that. So, my number 1 song, I know it's a controversial. No, not number 1. Sorry, number 5. I'm kicking it off with "Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down" by Rick Astley. This probably would have been higher
it
up.
isn't that bad of a song. But
Yeah, it's not. It's not that bad of a song. It's just the Rick rolls, which I'm fine with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I love myself a good Rick roll. Rick rolls are what got it popular, so that's probably the only reason why I love the song. It would actually probably even be higher if it wasn't used so much with all these Rick rolls.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I'm seeing WWE mashups of "Never Gonna Give You Up" with "Never Gonna Give You Up." Hold on, wait. But that's probably why it's so low, but it's on here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shut that off before I get copyright. That stuff happens. Anyway, so mine is "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley, 2002, remastered, or just 2002. I think that's just when it came out. 1990, whatever. I don't keep track of these things.
Whatever came out, it's good.
Whatever day it came out. There you go. Amanda, what is your number 4 song on your list?
I would have to say "If You Want to Be Happy" by Jimmy Soul. And the reason why is because when my mother died, my dad ended up playing that song for me whenever I felt down. And I love it.
It's good. I'm sorry that your mother died.
It's fun.
Mine actually is sort of a similar thing to your number 5. Not similar by song, but similar by the reason why I love it so much. It is Survivor's "Eye of the Tiger," 1982. And it's what I mean by whenever I say it was introduced whenever I was so young, is I actually knew this song word for word before I knew how to read. I knew the words to Survivor's Eye of the Tiger before I knew how to read. Before I even knew what the name of the band was, I knew the words to the song, because my dad introduced it to me via Guitar Hero. Me and Amanda were actually discussing that earlier on today about Guitar Hero. And Guitar Hero on the PlayStation 3, our most played song as a family, with my sister on the drums, my dad on the guitar, me on the mic, was Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, and it was great. It was a good time. 10 out of 10 I rate it. Well, it's actually 4 out of 5, but hey, doesn't matter. Let's go. Amanda, what is your number 3 song?
I'd probably have to say I would have to say We Did Start the Fire by Billy Joel. The main reason why is because whenever I found it, like I already loved Billy Joel at the time, and I still love Billy Joel, and that's the reason why I freaking love it.
I could see. That's good. I like that. I like that choice. My number 3, I think we're on number 3 anyway. My number 3 song is Styx, Come Sail Away, from their Styx Anthology album. And I was actually introduced, this song was introduced to me after I found my number 2 song, which you'll learn now what my number 2 song is on number 2, you cheeky bums. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you that. I'm sorry, guys. Don't leave. But I was introduced to this band after I found my number 2 song, which I have a story to tell with that. But Come Sail Away, it actually means, it doesn't mean anything to me because, I played this whenever I slept as a baby, or I played this during my stride into battle, during Catherine Glevenstein. It's nothing like that. It's just, you listen to the song, and the many styles, like at the beginning of the song, it's calm and soothing with the "I'm sailing away" to a land of virgincy, I think. And then you get into the main part of it. It's just like, a gathering of angels appeared above my head, and it's like, it's all like really hyped up, and then it takes you on that, well, I'm just gonna label as a drug trip in the middle, where it's like, it just takes you to so many places in one song. It's kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody in a way. But I feel like I'm more keen to this song than I am Bohemian Rhapsody. But don't get me wrong, Bohemian Rhapsody is good. I'm more keen to Come Sail Away by Styx. Amanda, what is your number 2 song?
I would have to say Come When I Land by Dexys Midnight Runners.
That's some good
and
songs.
The reason why is because it just gets me so freaking hyped.
Yeah. I can relate to that in a song. You hear it and you're just like, oh my god, I'm so freaking ready.
That's the weirdest way to put it, but yeah.
Sorry, I got a bit of intense there. Continue. Continue. Sorry. Fudge.
Well, it's basically just because it gets me so hyped up. I freaking love it.
I know. I can relate, I mean. Alright, so my next song is Styx Renegade. I know I just did a Styx song, but Styx, surprisingly, is not actually my favorite band. My favorite band actually doesn't have a song on here, surprisingly. It did come close, though, and we'll give honorable mentions before number 1. So, your next song should be an honorable mention rather than your number 1, okay? Amanda?
Okay.
Should probably point that out before you actually do it. It's like, my number 1 is... Oh, wait, no, we gotta do honorable mentions. Anyway, my number 1 is... not my number 1. My number 2 is Styx Renegade, 1995. And... I don't know, I heard this song and I immediately fell in love with it. Whether it's just, it's like intense chorus. It's just like, at the beginning it's, oh mama, I can hear you were crying, you're so scared and all alone. It's just a calm, soothing song. And then Hangman is coming down from the gallows and I don't have very long, followed by just the most intense yeah you can ever hear. And then the jig is up, the news is out, they finally found me. I just love the song so much. The funny story I have is I had heard this song and I had learned the words to it immediately. I loved it so much. Funny, I had actually played this in my last podcast. I had mentioned that I had played a game called Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. And I actually mentioned that I had bought it for Xbox 360 so I could backwards compatibility it to my Xbox One. And I was listening to this song when the package came. I went outside to go check the mail, and it was I'm not even kidding when I say this. It was playing the smooth chorus at the beginning. And then when I opened the mailbox and the game was in there, it hit the jig is up, the news is out. And I found that so funny. But that's not the funny story I had. The funny story about the song that I have. Sorry if I'm taking so much time, but I have to tell it. I have to tell this story. Whenever I was at my Grammy's house last year for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Halloween or something like that, we're all sitting out back. My Grammy's here, my Grammy's there, my mom's there, my dad's there, and I'm there, and we're all just listening to music. And what we do is when we sit back there at my Grammy's house, we take turns suggesting songs. And so I tell my dad, hey Dad, can you play a really cool song for me? He's like, yeah, what is it, son? And I'm like, it's a song called Renegade from a band called Styx. It's spelled weird too. It's STYX. And I'm talking to my mom and dad, who are kids who grew up listening to this type of music. And they kind of give me that look like, fool, I'm gonna knock your teeth out. They just kind of give me that look. Well, my dad sort of give me that look. My mom's like, wait, hold on, this kid knows what Styx is? My Grammy has literally gone on record to say, Kyle is sort of a mini version of my son. So, I just thought I should have told that story. But, finally, I'm sorry if I took so much time. Amanda, on to your honorable mention before number one.
Well, I would have to say for my honorable mention, I'm trying to think. I guess I would have to say Satellite by Rise Against, because I found it not too long ago, but I fell in love with it immediately as soon as I found it.
This is a good song. Granted, I've never heard it all the way through, but I've heard bits and pieces. But my honorable mention before my number one pick is from my favorite band, Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills, 1982. This was the other song that I knew before I knew how to read. You can go downstairs, and and when I say before I knew how to read, I don't mean like, oh, I couldn't, what is this word? Is this like is or something like that? I don't know. It's nothing like that, but like before I could literally open up a book and read the page word for word before I knew how to do that or whatever. But like I have pictures downstairs hung up of me, my dad, and my Uncle Kevin, all three of us holding whisks when I'm a wee baby child at my Grammy's house, lip syncing Iron Maiden's Run to the Hills. It's I'm sad that I couldn't fit it onto this list, but there were so many songs that I put on here. Come to think of it, I probably could have fit it in for Never Gonna Give You Up, but hey, what's done is done. But I love the song. That's why it is my honorable mention before my number one. Amanda, your number one song.
I would have to say The Devil Wouldn't Come to Georgia.
The Devil Comes Down to Georgia, or The Devil Wouldn't Come to Georgia?
The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I actually have heard that song all the way through.
That is good.
Yeah. I like that song a lot, actually. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When the dead man jumped up on the hickory stump and said, or sawing on the fiddle, when he saw the boy sawing on the fiddle and playing hot, the devil jumped up on the hickory stump and said, boy, let me tell you what. I'm sorry.
I was just sitting there listening to the voice that you gave it.
I'm sorry. You got the guy who's singing the song, and then you got little Johnny, and then you got Satan.
Anyway. Michael Stone whenever you said Satan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Satan. So, my number one song, you might already know it, Amanda, but my number one song of all time is "Carry On My Wayward Son," Kansas, 1976.
I already knew it.
Yeah, you already knew it, but people out there didn't. So, this song is more. It has been what you could call resurrected by the show I actually watch, Supernatural, Spoopernatural, if you will, Spoopernatural.
Super happy.
It has only played one song. It only plays this song once per season during the season finale episode. But it is I didn't learn this song from this. I learned this song way before. And I don't know, just something about this song. I know it word for word, and it's just, you start off with nothingness. Just carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. I'm not even kidding. I've actually even written a fancy talk meme about that. I'm gonna get that up right now, because I love fancy talk memes. Where is it? Here it is. But if you don't know, the main lyrics of the song are, carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. I made a fancy talk meme saying, go onward, my traveling son. There shall be no more troubles when you have succeeded. Lay your cranium down to retire. Please refrain from shedding a tear. I was really proud of that. Anyway, continuing
That
on.
was beautiful.
What'd you say, Amanda?
That was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful poetry.
Beautiful. Anyway, just this song, it calls to me. I'm not going to try and get too, cryptic and saying, this song, it speaks to me in a special way. I hear it when I dream at night, whenever I see the future and the past and memories folded. No, I have been using my, voice acting a lot today. I'm sorry. But, this song, I just love it so much, and that is why it makes my number one pick for my top 5 music of all time, 2016. 10 out of 10, Mr. T would recommend.
It's good.
It's good. So we've actually got 10 minutes left in this podcast, Amanda, so if there's anything you would like to negotiate... The Trade Federation of the Droids and negotiate... No, that's a prequel reference. Don't go there. If there's anything you would like to talk about before we wrap this thing up here, because we got 10 minutes left.
Well, I just want to quickly say that there was one song that I didn't really mention as an honorable mention, but I still love it anyway, and that is here. Just get the title right, because I'm not sure.
Huh? Hello?
Sorry, it's "You'll Be in My Heart" by Phil Collins, and that's just an extra on that song.
It's a good song. It's very good. It's very nice. It's very good. It's very nice.
Spaghetti.
The KGP is very nice. I love it. It's very nice. I don't know what that's from, but I know it's from a movie that everyone has seen, and I know that's a meme now. You just hand that guy an iPhone, and it's just this is the new iPhone 6 or new iPhone 7. It's an iPhone. It's very nice. Anyway, I guess this is about. I guess it's time for reflecting on everything we said in this podcast. Rogue One. Let's hope it's gonna be good. YouTube, you done goofed. Marvel, you're doing great. DC, you done goofed. And music. Let's go ahead and give a rundown of our songs and our honorable mention. Amanda, you give your 5 songs first. I'll try and be really quiet so you can give your 5 songs. Starting from 5, going down to 1, with your honorable mention last. Or no, with your honorable mention before your number 1.
No.
What?
No.
Alright, fine. Sorry. You would do that. I'm kidding. No, it's fine. I guess just to give mine, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Crap, I forgot. This is probably why we should have written this stuff down. Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Come Sail Away by Styx. Renegade by Styx. Honorable mention, Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden. Number 1, Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. But so that's about that about wraps it up. Thank you yet again, Amanda, for joining me in this Higher Velocity special guest episode. She left. She just walked out the door, guys. Telling you. What if she actually left? Her button's probably not working again, so we're just. I'm going to assume she's still here, but if she's not, that's sad. But whatever. Amanda, if you're still here, thank you so much for being a special guest on our Higher Velocity podcast. Thank you all for watching. If Amanda is still here, gonna give her 5 seconds. 5 seconds to come out of her hiding right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. She probably went to go do something or something like that, but it's all good because I had fun here in this podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed too. Like I said, Amanda, if you're watching this or if you're still here, thank you so much for being the special guest on the Higher Velocity podcast. I've said like 3 times. Hopefully we'll have Brandon back, and if we don't, we'll just keep doing special guests until he comes back. Like and favorite you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to Good Part of the Gamers today. Tell me, what is your 5 favorite songs with an honorable mention down in the comments below. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hats off to you guys. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. See you guys later.